what we wanted to do today is give you all a quick snapshot of what it looks like for Jama to be integrated across systems and showing how Jama helps you all maintain live traceability across applications, or what we call this connected digital thread. As part of our demonstration today is we're going to show you what that looks like kind of across your V model here of system engineering, in which case we're going to actually make a change from a Windchill item, so an item over in Windchill, making a change to a specification or a part over there. We're going to trace from that Windchill item over to Jama at the subsystem design output level, so you'll be able to see those items synchronized across those applications. We're then going to perform an impact analysis within Jama. So that's going to allow you to then visualize, if you were to make a change to a Windchill item, what impact does that have across the whole system there? So we're going to then see that change cascade up to a system requirement level here. We're going to make a change to that system requirement, and Jama is going to have the suspect linking mechanism to be able to then identify what all items downstream could be impacted by this change. In which case, we're going to show an example where a software requirement must be changed. We're going to make that change, and we're going to show that change then cascade over into Jira. So the idea here is that by managing live traceability within Jama, maintaining Jama as an integrated with other applications in your ecosystem, you're going to be able to visualize that connected digital thread and see changes take place from Windchill into Jama over then into Jira. Now, one thing to remember, this integration is very flexible. So we can integrate from Jama over to Windchill PLM, parts, problem, reports, change requests, requirements, different folder structures, so forth. Within the software side, obviously, we're integrating with Jama, with Jira. That's very flexible, but we can also integrate with other applications like Azure DevOps, TFS, things like that. So again, this is just one example, just to highlight the flexibility here of Jama and this workflow.
Thank you, Neil, for that. Now we're taking a look at a spec here in Windchill. This is what we're going to be making a change to today. I'm going to go ahead and make an edit to this. And this is what's going to synchronize across into Jama. So I'm going to update the description within Windchill. We've now saved this update within Windchill. We've updated the description here, and this is going to synchronize across to Jama in real time. So I'm going to switch over to this spec from Windchill that has synced into Jama. I'll refresh it here, and we'll see the description has now updated in real time. If we want to understand the impact this change could potentially have, we'll use Jama's impact analysis feature. This will allow us to look up and downstream from this specification. So based on those relationship rules Neil showed earlier and that live traceability in Jama, we can look from a spec, one of these subsystem design outputs, all the way upstream through hardware and software to those higher level system requirements to understand what the potential impact could be. So I'll go ahead and run this impact analysis. We'll take a look and it'll find everything that's directly and indirectly connected to this specification from Windchill. We can see hardware requirements, the system requirement, a high-level user need, and maybe the system requirement is impacted by our change. We can click into the system requirement. If we need to make an update to this impacted system requirement, we can come in and modify the description here. When I save this system requirement, Jama is actually going to identify everything downstream that has been impacted through the suspect link feature. So now we're flagging these downstream hardware and software requirements that could be impacted by the change we made to this higher level system requirement. If there's been an impact to this software requirement, for example, I can click into this software requirement. I can then edit the description to reflect the necessary updates based on that impact assessment. And now when I save this software requirement, this has been synchronized with Jira. So we'll be able to see the updated software requirement updated into Jira in real time. So I'm going to switch over to Jira here. And this is that software requirement that we're synchronizing. And now we can see the update to that description has synced across to Jira in real time, providing us live traceability between specifications in Windchill through our requirements in Jama, all the way down through the lower level software and development work occurring in Jira.
Okay, thank you, Stephen, for that. So this is a quick recap, right? So we've gone from a item in Windchill. We made that change within Windchill. That change was automatically reflected over into Jama. We then performed impact analysis within Jama, made changes across our system level requirements. which then cascaded changes down into our software requirements over in Jira, right? Where we've taken a change, we've integrated Jama with different applications. But Jama has the ability to integrate with all the applications across your product development lifecycle, across that V model system engineering. So that if there are groups that are maybe not using Jira, you certainly have the ability to then manage change across different applications, and Jama serves as that central system to be able to manage live traceability and maintain that connected digital thread. Thank you.